Welcome on today's conversation on the future of work, where AI isn't just a buzzword, but a business driver. This is Lenovo Work Reborn, live in Orlando. Hey, Joe, welcome to the Lenovo Work Reborn podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming by. We're so excited to have you on the show today. Tell us a little bit about this, Men in Black vibe that you got going on now. We're very interested in seeing, what do you do? So are you a spy or?
I am an agent of change.
Wow.
So much like
okay.
the Men in Black, my company helps drive change across organizations, both with AI and your traditional applications.
Wow. So you're a great person to speak to. We have interviewed over 600 senior leaders about AI and sustainability and basically bringing new life to the modern workplace.
Mm-hmm.
And based on that, we have some reports or facts that we pulled from that survey. And from that, we found that, it's not just about being ready to implement AI, it's about really innovating, and roles are changing every day. So what emerging roles do you see joining your IT organization or just the IT landscape in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be an emphasis on either roles or skill sets around prompt engineering. That's the big thing right now. I think there's also going to be an emerging area where there's an orchestration effort involved. Mm-hmm. There's all these AIs, they're disconnected, disjointed. And I think the future is orchestrating them into one central fold so that people don't need to go to a million different places to get the help that they need. It's hard to train somebody on one AI alone, but today companies are training people on 5, 10, 15 different AI applications, and it's unsustainable. So there's a kind of like an enterprise architecture type role I foresee in the future where somebody wraps their head around bringing this into a central ecosystem.
What do you think the difference is between an idea like a gadget implemented versus true change or transformation?
So, and if this is where you're getting at today, I feel like most of the organizations are focused on gadgets.
Right.
They're not focused on the strategy as a whole. And I think that there is an overall, ambiguity to where people will go tomorrow. They know the new shiny object in the room and this is what they need, so they adopt it. But what they don't see is what it impacts downstream. And actually, Gartner released a statement that said that people are actually less productive this year than they were in the previous 2 years. So 9 to 12%, I think, was the stat, less productivity from the employee force. And I see it every day. I see it in what I do. I see it in what my colleagues do. There's just a tech sprawl now that's unsustainable. And although AI helps me, write emails, it helps me find availability in my calendar, it's hard to use it.
Right.
So I think that there's definitely a strategy that needs to be implemented. And I think the good corporations are starting to think about it.
Right.
And I think it's going to take a little bit of time for everyone else to catch up.
Well, that's what we're doing at Lenovo. We're not just devices anymore. We've really started implementing that training and the digital workplace solutions so that organizations can look to us for that continued support as well. But we're all about bringing that new life to the modern workplace is what we call it. So I would love to hear from your opinion. What do you think the future of work looks like? We call it work reborn.
Yeah, I think the future of work, man, it seems like it'd be a crazy concept, but I think eventually we'll get to the point where there will be one interface. I think you'll be able to get to a place where you can chat with a Jarvis.
Right. We're here in the Disney area. I've been thinking about that movie, Iron Man and Jarvis. Yep. How close are we to that? And it can be scary, but it also could be actually exciting if you really consider it.
Yeah.
If it's done right.
And I think we're a lot closer than people realize. I mean, everyone says Alexa. Everyone knows who Alexa is. Everyone knows who Siri is.
Right.
That is the Jarvis. They're just not there yet with the ability to do what Jarvis can. But now with agentic AI, I think that capability is there. It's just all disjointed now. So you have a million Jarvises. You need to know which Jarvis to go to for which instance.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. I think 5 to 10 years and we'll be there.
I also hear from our report and our findings that employee experience is more important than ever, and that requires not just like, here you go, here's a device, have a nice day, but like really personalizing that experience. How important do you think personalization or even hyper personalization is in organizations?
I think from a hardware perspective and a software perspective, it's very important. My company gives me the freedom to choose what devices I want by personal preference. I think software as well needs to be personalized. So a lot of organizations that struggle today, they standardize what they give to users and they don't really think about how the user should be using it. So people need to put their own spin on things, and it's not always the right spin. So I think eventually if companies can get to the place where not only is the hardware what the user wants or is used to, but also the software is fit to the user's needs, I think that'd be a good world.
What's your favorite part about what you do?
So I'm in sales, and I talk to people across all industries, across all different types of regions, and my favorite part is just kind of hearing what brought them to my company and offering them a solution that makes them realize that the future is not that far off.
You're solving people's problems every day.
Exactly. I'm just being an agent of change.
Look at that. Is there like a Men in Black?
Yep. I got called in.
Like
Hold on.
Agent of Change calling in.
Code blue.
All right. Podcast out, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. If you're interested in the Lenovo Work Reborn report, make sure you check it out. Link in the description below or on the screen if you're watching us on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more amazing interviews on how we're bringing new life to the modern workplace. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining us live in Orlando for this amazing episode of Work Reborn. I've been your host, Rita Risha, and it's been a pleasure to bring you insightful conversations from around the world, especially at this event, on how we are bringing new life to the modern workplace. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to stay tuned on more ways that we are doing just that, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe our channel, and download a copy of the Work Reborn report today.
Lenovo.